President Paul Kagame on Wednesday joined the president of the World Bank Group, David Malpass, for a fireside chat on the digital revolution, discussing the power of digital and its impact in Rwanda, Africa, and on global development as a whole. During the discussions, President Kagame noted that over the years, Africa's digital transformation has been driven in particular by mobile financial services. However, he observed that there are still limitations to the accessing of high-speed internet on smartphones of the majority of the African people.
Over the years, Africa's digital transformation has been driven in particular by mobile financial services. Africa is in many ways a global pioneer in this sector. 80% of Africa's population has a mobile phone, but not everyone has access to high-speed internet on a smartphone. Yet, broadband is the key to unlocking digital transformation. On our continent, a major challenge continues to be the insufficient reach of fiber optic cables in rural areas. So if we address, this means that the majority of Africa's population does not have access to high-speed internet, as you rightly mentioned. And therefore, these are key areas to focus on in dealing with the matter.
President Kagame told participants that Rwanda has made significant investments in broadband infrastructure, and this has enabled the country to connect most of its facilities to internet, commending the World Bank for its support in that area.
In Rwanda, we have made significant investment in broadband infrastructure. We have been able to reach over 95% broadband coverage. If you look at our country health sector, for example, most of the facilities in Rwanda are connected to the internet, just to give that example. I should add that, therefore, our partnership with the World Bank has helped us to tackle digital barriers, and I wanted to take this opportunity to appreciate you, President Malpass, and the World Bank for having been of great help in this.
The head of state also noted that the East African community has come closer together thanks to the establishment of internet-enabled cross-border payment systems. However, he believes that such regional payment systems and technologies will keep evolving.
It will evolve. There has been effort across the region during the integration process of a region. For example, if you take the East African community, there has been harmonization of a number of things, including looking at, therefore, how that can be served to the point that from one place to another, it's like moving within a country in itself. So the East African community has more or less come closer together in a sense that it becomes one big country that brings the number of countries that are partner states together. So I think that is well underway. It's being discussed. It's looking at how we can even have monetary union. Under that, therefore, different harmonization activities and services will be undertaken to ease on the movement, and therefore the currencies and the payment within the payment system as it is.
The head of state also called for global partnerships and the right politics in mitigating the risks of new technologies. He added that Rwanda has invested in the inaugural Regional Center for Fourth Industrial Revolution as one of the measures to mitigate the risks of new technologies.
First of all, one has to be aware here of the risks involved with these new technologies. And therefore, people have to take steps to make sure that risks are mitigated, but at the same time, harness the productivity and efficiencies and all the values entailed in these new technologies. And therefore, people have to think about safety in all forms indeed. And being aware of the risks, of course. So within our own system, for example, in Rwanda, we officially launched recently in Kigali, the first center of the fourth industrial revolution in Africa, in partnership with the World Economic Forum. This helps us to have a full grasp of the issues and therefore maximize on the benefits and also minimize on the risks, as well as in between allowing for the freedoms to do with the management of data and allowing people to freely reap benefits from that. So it's really, I think it will be built on how people come together to discuss these, put necessary laws in place, not only just nationally, but rather regionally, and also learning from the best practices across the globe. It's not an easy thing, but I think it is doable. It has just to be driven by the right politics as well, so that people understand the benefits this is to people, but also allow freedoms to prevail within, but at the same time manage these risks involved.